Hello, welcome back to Mark's House and Garden UK. I'm converting that garage behind me into guest accommodation. At the moment it's an empty shell and I'm going to put a bathroom in it. The bathroom will have a toilet, a shower and a wash hand basin. I've got to install foul drainage underground. This is all the equipment which has got to be installed for that garage conversion. So I'm going to do a series of videos. Now I am an enthusiastic amateur. I don't really know what I'm doing, so it's a huge learning curve for me. But I'm getting a lot of help from my building regs inspector, and she's also provided me with a lot of resource. So that project is going to be done to regulations and it's going to be signed off. So I am going to do a series of videos on how to install foul drainage. This video is the introductory video to the whole process, and eventually you will see links to all the other videos in the description box below this one. Now I'm breaking it down into individual videos because there are several small bite-sized chunks involved in the whole process. If you see it as one huge task, it might be a little bit overwhelming, so I'm going to break it down into small tasks, and in this video I'm going to signpost all those small tasks which I will do individual videos on so that you can reference them in the description box below this video. I hope it's making sense so far. Let me give you a few examples to explain what I mean. So this whole system of pipes and inspection chambers is going to be buried in a trench. So I'm going to talk about how to dig a trench, how deep the trench has to be and how wide the trench has to be. There are regulations which stipulate all these things. There has to be a fall on these pipes. The fall varies depending on the number of people and the number of dwellings in your project, so I'm going to be talking about that. These pipes have to be connected to these inspection chambers which are all buried under the ground. I'm going to talk about how often and why and where and when you need an inspection chamber. I'm also going to talk about how we cut these pipes, because these pipes come in standard lengths and invariably will need to cut them. When you do cut them, you need to chamfer the ends so that they can go into these connectors more easily. I'll also talk about the type of lubricant you can use to make the connections and the job of connecting these pipes easier. Now you will notice that some of these pipes are raised up on bricks. Those bricks will not be in this arrangement when it's buried under the ground, because all these pipes will be buried in gravel. That gravel is to give it support from underneath. So I'm going to be talking about how much gravel you need underneath and at the sides and on top of these pipes. The bricks will have to be removed because they create a pressure point, and you can't have a pressure point. I'm going to talk about how you get the fall, the correct level of fall on your pipe work. And of course I'm going to be demonstrating all these things as I install this in the trench, which is pretty much already dug. So there's lots of stuff in these videos which I will break down into small bite-sized chunks. And the final part of the equation really will be fitting the bathroom, which will involve installing the toilet, and the toilet will flush into here, this very top piece. So we'll need to talk about what happens above the ground in terms of having a stench pipe, for example. So there we go, quite a big project, quite a lot of small bite-sized pieces. I'm an enthusiastic amateur. I'm going to be sharing all my learning with you. I've just been reminded here by the fact that I'm using plastic. The existing system is clay because I live in a 450-year-old cottage. So we need to talk about how we break into a clay pipe and connect to it. And there's a clue, but again I will be demonstrating that in this series of videos. So if you're watching this at the start of the process, I apologise because there isn't much to watch just yet. But if you subscribe and hit the notifications bell, then of course all the videos I do on this project will be added into the description box below this one as they drop. And of course, I will be sharing with you demonstrations of my learning. There will be things that go wrong, probably in a comedic way on this project, and I will share that with you so that you can take that learning away. Now then, if you are a professional, unlike me, please do feel free to add your hints and tips and advice in the comments section below these videos, because one of the great things about YouTube is the fact that we share our experience. There we go. Part 1, an introduction to how to fit underground foul drainage and how to get it right. I'll see you soon for some more underground pipework adventures. Bye for now.